crazy right now. I'm sheltering the camera from the rain and the wind. I'm walking up a bridleway just off the Ridgeway in Buckinghamshire. I'm sort of in the most sheltered spot I can find. I'm heading up to the hill fort at the top of the range to experience the wind and communicate with nature, because nature right now has got a very important, very loud message that she's shouting to us. Gaia is shouting at us, she's screaming at us, and we need to listen. Okay, I'm in the lee of the hill now, so you'll be able to hear me a bit better. I'm looking out over this way. Down the other side of that hill there you've got Chequers, the country house of the Prime Minister. Up there, that is oh god, I think that's Pulpit Hill they call that one. Running down there here, this is the line of the Ridgeway and it goes over that way. It actually goes past the front door of Chequers, it goes over there. Down out in the distance there you can see the Vale of Aylesbury, which is surviving remarkably well in spite of the floods. There's no major water down there, so we just get standing water off the fields and things like that, so that's all pretty good. Down in there is the most beautiful valley I know of in the Chilterns. It's absolutely stunning. I believe there's no public access, but you can walk right round the top of it on the line of the Ridgeway and look down into it. It's quite an incredible valley. This is the way I've just come up from the village of Great Kimble, down the bottom of the hill. I can't believe how much shelter I've got here, it's brilliant. Up this way and across there is the hill fort I'm going to. In the storms of the 1980s there was a lot of tree damage up there, and these are the kind of winds that will flatten those trees again. Well, not those trees because they're already down, but it will flatten more trees quite possibly, so I need to be very, very careful up in the woods. If I have the energy and the enthusiasm, I'll take you over there, give you a view out from over there. Depends on the weather. It's very weird. We're in a dry bit at the moment. The clouds have blown over. There's quite a lot of sunshine down there. It's mad times. It's really, really mad times. You know, we all want our luxuries in life, but we've got to wake up. We cannot live the way we've been living forever. I'm very fortunate I chose not to have children, and so I'm not worrying about leaving the world for my children, because, you know, as a species we're massively outgrown our limits. You know, we've outgrown our limits of population, of speed, of technology. You know, it all went wrong so long ago, pretty much when we started farming. So what's that, 10,000 years ago? That's where we got it wrong. But in the last 250 years, the Industrial Revolution, we've got it seriously wrong. And you know, if I get to 100 in my life, I'm going to see some mental changes. You know, it's interesting times. But wow, you know, if I get to 100, I've got another 61 years. It's going to be mental times, but we need to enjoy it while we can, make the most of it. You know, be careful with life, cherish it. Onwards, friends. This is what I'm talking about. This beach, which is going to be a couple of 100 years old, no more than that, because they were all planted at the a couple of 100 years ago for the furniture industry around here. About the time of the Enclosures Act, when they took the land off the common people for grazing and stuff, and then closed it and stopped people using it. But this is obviously, as you can see from the fresh cuts here, where they've tidied it up a bit. This is a freshly down tree, come down in the last few weeks. Certainly been down since the last time I was up here. Over there's one you can see it's darkened up. That came down a while ago, but still within the last year or so. There's shattered evidence over there. These are the trees that were down in the late 80s over there. There's the butt of another one over there I can see. Take a wander over there. I mean, this tree, the trunk of that is actually laying across the earthwork for the Iron Age hill fort, which you can see. You can see the ditch of it running round that corner there. Quite a big area inside here. It's opened up quite a canopy with that one and the other one. But you know, it will naturally regenerate. It's all part of nature's cycle. But yeah, still amazingly sheltered in here though, which, you know, you can see the trees blowing about on the far side over there. You can see them getting caught by the wind just a bit up there, but incredibly sheltered even here. I'm not going to hang around here too long, but that's a pretty big root ball. Yeah, you see the wind. Oh, focus, come on, focus, you can do it. Wind's picking up all the time, and beech trees are fairly notorious for dropping big limbs all of a sudden, so I don't want to hang around too long here. But look at that trunk, you know, snaking away over the earthwork. Quite incredible. I'm sorry about the focusing, it's having a bit of trouble at the moment. What a long way. There's the next tree over here. Shattered trunk, absolutely split in two. Moving out into the canopy clearing, which has been opened up by this. Hey, look at that, just shattered. Beautiful graining on there. Yeah, absolutely incredible. You can see it on there. Stunning, absolutely stunning. Just barber chaired at the fork. You know, incredible. So I'm in, tucked in under the conifers now. I've literally only just stepped in. There's the beech trees. Here's the start of the line of conifers, extending in that direction. Already the wind has dropped noticeably. The ground is completely different. It's a much softer. There's much more carpet of. Well, there's a lot of beech leaves which are blown in. But there's a carpet of needles and pine boughs, spruce boughs. Lots of. These are going to be thinnings of timber over the years that have been thinned out and left to grow. Because obviously these are a crop, so you know these have been harvested. They've been harvested a bit, thinned, and they'll be harvested sometime later. But there's still the odd beech lurking in here, and just to show that man's influence really does get everywhere. Old 3-speed Sturmy Archer hub. Look at that. I think it's a 3-speed. I'll be able to tell you in a minute. AG, yep, that's a 3-speed. 3-speed Sturmy Archer dynamo hub. God knows how that got up here. Strange strange thing to bring up here. Even stranger thing to leave up here. You've got to wonder what happened to the rest of the bike. So there's an interesting fungus there of some kind. It's growing on a birch. Anybody can tell me what that is, I would be very, very grateful, because my fungal knowledge is atrocious. I'm going to look it up. That is quite incredible. The rings on that, they're just like growth rings on a tree, really. I suspect they're some sort of sign of its age somehow. Can't imagine it's always here. It probably pops up at certain times of the year, but definitely an old birch stump with lots of moss on it. A really rather beautiful fungus. So here's another victim. I mean, how's that for a spectacular break of a tree? I mean, it's torn it from the ground, literally torn it from the ground, smashed that branch, whereas the weight of the tree has come down over the top of it, you know. And this is a tree which, it wasn't dead, you know, that was going to be, you know, another couple of weeks, in a few weeks that would have been coming into leaf. That's previously a perfectly healthy tree. Just incredible. Protected site section 128, serious organised crime 2005. From the site, criminal offence in the Chequers estate is monitored by security cameras. Private, no admittance. Funny that, isn't it? What a nice bit of world we live in. Private, stay. Fairly soon going to be stepping out onto an exposed ridge into the wind again, so I'll do a bit of talking now. I will film a bit out there provided it's not raining at the time, just so you get to experience the wind, but obviously I won't be able to talk to you out there. Right now I'm standing in, you can see this, these trunks down here. This is box, it's a box wood, this. Box, most people know from their gardens, neatly trimmed up, little balls of it. This is what it looks like if you let it just grow. There's a deep valley here, just down here. I've just come along this way. This deep valley is along the Icknield Way, which runs from Wiltshire through to Norfolk, so it's the Ridgeway sort of forms part of the Icknield Way. This was declared a site of special scientific interest in the 1980s because of the habitat and its rarity. I think it's the second largest area in the country. The other more famous one being Box Hill in Surrey, but this is a very large area of box. So there you go. Onwards. goes to show you what terrain and what's around you can do in terms of changing the weather for you as an individual, because where I was being blown about on the hill was literally just over the line of that ridge there, so outside of this boxwood, no more than 300 metres away in a straight line. And here I am, I'm back in the boxwood now, in the valley, and you wouldn't even know. There's just the lightest bit of breeze I can feel. I can hear wind, but it's just the tiniest bit of breeze. Just goes to show how important sighting is for shelters and things, keeping yourself safe. Just to finish off this film, how about some red kites for you? Flying in the wind.